Salute, salute, salute. On my generals, on my lions, on my real men. Y'all already know what it is. Lions on men. We on deck. So check it out. Bloody guilty. John Guilty. One of the big homies, ex-big homies. One of the realest dudes that I ever met. One of them. He definitely somebody I learned from. Stupid smart. Book smart like a motherfucker. That's a fact. So my son, Guilty, at one point in time, was one of the most notorious bloods in the 4 building in adolescence. Plus, on top of the fact, the man was Latino. Wasn't even Puerto Rican. My son was straight Platano, you heard? Salute to all my Dominican twins out there. So, my son Guilty was an aberration. He was something different. Because even the dudes that was turning bloods that were Spanish, most of them was Puerto Rican or something like that, right? This nigga's a whole dímelo loco, que lo que? You heard? He's a whole plátano. And he says it with pride. I mean, he rocked that flag with pride. That's my boy, you know. That's my brother, you heard? He deserved all the flowers in the world. He deserved all them roses in the world because he planted the flag for the homies, and then he just planted the flag as a individual. We'll get into it. Wyoming Correctional Facility. Let me tell y'all something about Wyoming. It's gladiator school. If you ain't never been to Wyoming, it's huge. Something like Bear Hill, Franklin, a little bit bigger. And at this point in time, way more violent. Because at this point in time, you got dudes like me just coming from a max, and this is the first medium that they send us to. Now with Guilty, he came there from 5 Point. 5 Point is another max that he was at. Let me give y'all a little background on Guilty. Guilty, John Guilty, long hair, 1 point, cornrows, ponytail ass nigga, John Guilty. When he was running in the 4 building, he started off with like a small bail also. He caught numerous jail cases in prison that led him to end up doing double digits or close to double digits. He ain't do a whole like 20 and nothing like that, but my nigga did some numbers. I believe he did like close to like 10, but he initially got locked up for like a 2 to 3. So he turned a 2 to 3 into like damn near 10 years. And out of that, he also did box time. So what happened with Guilty is he had all his name recognition already. He was big homie. He was shooting so many people in the 4 building. Kings, Nietas, whoever it was that was at war with. He was shooting them. And he was getting away with shit, and he was getting knocked for shit also. And his name started ringing. He got his name on. You know what I mean? Salute to my son. So we was in the 4 building at the same time, same era. You feel me? Like, this is my bro. So anyway, now, fast forward a couple of years down the road. Now, I done went home, came back, went up, came out. He still was locked up. Right? So you know why I think he did do double. I think he, you know why I'm bugging. I think he did more than 10, actually. I think he did more than that. So anyway, now, me and him crossed paths again. On my last bid, I blow trial. I get hit with the 12 years. I get sent to downstate. From downstate casualty, I stayed there a couple of months. Then I fucked that shit up. I ended up getting sent to Attica. I stood there for like a year and some change, and then from there, I went to right across the street, which is Wyoming. Crazy as jail. That shit was crazier than Attica. But anyway, so we in Wyoming. My son Guilty ended up pulling up. When he pulled up and we meet up, I start finding out like he like, yo, I ain't fucking with none of these blood niggas no more because they folded on him in 5 Point. In 5 Point, he got into a situation. The homies that was with him in 5 Point folded. He ended up getting done dirty by a bunch of bros, like 5, 6 bros. There was Latin Kings that was out there in the yard. He's lucky that he didn't get stabbed. They just put hands on him. I believe they did try to hit the nigga, scratch the nigga. Actually, they did try to hit him, but they just didn't catch him crazy. Nothing on the face. He got hit like in the arm and all that. But mostly it was hands and feet got put on him. And there was homies in the yard that just, they ain't do nothing. Basically let him, fed him through the wolves type shit, right? So, now Guilty is the type of nigga that loyalty is everything. So the minute that loyalty got tested and these niggas knew that that's their big homie. Guilty is the big homie. He's their godfather. My nigga was the godfather for not Trey at one point. Let's get this shit right. Give my son his flowers. He planted that red flag for niggas like whole body. I planted that black and gold flag. He planted that red flag, but niggas was real niggas, you feel me? So my son Guilty, he said, fuck these niggas. I ain't fucking with these niggas no more. So he ends up landing in Wyoming. Boom. I'm already there. I'm situated. I'm good. He pull up. I see him in the yard. We chop it up. He let me know what's going on. I bust a move to get the nigga pulled to my crib. Now he in my house. Me and this nigga like this. So, like that first month, 2 months that he was there, I don't know exactly how long, but we was there for a minute where everything was cool, calm, and collective. Bloods that was there, the big homies that was there, knew that he was in the building, but they wasn't fucking with him. For me, they was letting him be. So certain other homies though start landing in the building and they're like, yo, what? You know, nah. Like other homies start making it an issue now. Cause you know that's how it be. Some dudes is just feeling a certain type of way. They're like, yo, nah, this nigga fool. He a play. He gotta go type shit. So we end up getting in a situation where we find out I get wind that dudes is trying to move on my son. So I'm like, yo, I put him on point. Like bros is telling me. Cause they know that he an ex-block. I got him introduced to bros and all that shit. But anyway, I find out, so I put him on point. I'm like, yo, bro, not like he wasn't strapped already. He was. But now he's extra strapped. He's extra on point now because now he heard some other niggas landed in the building. But my son Gully, so what happens? He finds out the minute I put him on point. I'm like, yo, bro, some niggas just landed in the building and they talking about you. They talking about you got to go, whatever. He's like, who, wait, what house? My nigga he was on it. I'm like, yo, stay with the strap because, you know what I mean? You don't know anything. And the homies was wild deep in Wyoming. Let's keep it 100. Wild deep. They was wild deep. Front, back, they was deep. You know what I'm saying? The bros was real deep there too at that point in time though too. I ain't gonna lie. The Kings had shit on smash. Bloods was doing their thing. The war was ended at this time, so we was on some 5 Alive shit, 5 Love shit, Bulletproof Love shit. So that's what it was. But my son Guilty now, he's like, what? Ooh. Let's get it. Who won it? Who said what? Which homie? You know his name? I don't remember all of the details. Maybe I did at the time. I'm like, yo, some nigga called this. I don't know who the fuck it was, but now we going to the mess hall. We going to the mess hall with the strap. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere we go, strapped up. Bros is telling me like, yo, this is not your business. It's blood business. I said, that's my bro. That's my nigga. I don't give a fuck if he blood, crip, king, black, yellow, alien. That's my nigga. Wherever he go, I'm going, and y'all don't gotta rock with me at all. It's fine. I'm not asking none of y'all niggas to do nothing. I got this. So we end up making arrangements. We end up bumping heads with some homies in the mess hall, right? So we walking, tension is high. You know what I'm saying? I got bros that rock with me. They're like, yo, I respect it. They're like, fuck it, I'm rocking with you anyway. So I had bros that was like, still rocking with me, even though I'm saying don't rock with me. Y'all do y'all. I had niggas that was holding me down, still like, nah, I'm rocking with Chulo. If Chulo go, I'm going too type shit. They ain't give a fuck. So it was a whole little situation too. with the bros that I had to address after that. Because it's like, I was like, fuck it type shit. You know, I'm not supposed to have that type of mindset. But anyway, to keep it on track, bump heads with these dudes in the mess hall. I chop it up with the big homies. Niggas make some arrangements to over here go to the yard. I'm like, yo, listen, like, something gotta happen. Boom, boom, we chop it up. We gotta get ready to go to the yard. We go to the yard later that day. You know what I'm saying? Evening rec. This is after chow. We going to the yard, evening rec. That's the last rec. I believe it come out like, I don't even remember what time it come out, but we stay out till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock sometimes. So after chow, so like 6 o'clock, 7 or whatever the fuck, come out and you can stay out until like 9 or 10. So we get to the yard. When we get to the yard, I peeped that the niggas is moving funny. My son Guilty is with it though. He's strapped up, I'm strapped up. I got bros, I'm like, yo, go over there. Like, I'm good, I got this. Niggas like, nah, I'm like, yo, I'm good, chill. I had to tell niggas like, relax, ain't nothing happening. Let me go walk, I gotta talk to these niggas. So, before we end up getting ready to like chop it up with the ones that we need to chop it up with, I'm starting to, my spider senses is going on from one of the shooters that I know. I mean, salute to the nigga De Niro. He over here looking like he about to move on my son Guilty already. I seen it on his face because I knew niggas there. I knew the shooters that was there, just like they knew the shooters that was there. Everybody knew who was shooting. Facts. That's a fact. I knew who the shooters was. They knew who the shooters was. So I see the nigga De Niro moving. Salute to my son De Niro. He from Brooklyn. And I get in front of the nigga. I'm like, yo, bro, what you doing? I'm like, yo, get the fuck out the way. I'm like, yo, my nigga, chill. Yo, he's like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, yo, fuck that. Them blood nigga gotta go. So De Niro was one of the ones that actually, that when he touched the building, no, he already always had an issue with it. Then the other nigga got there, the other homie amped it up a little bit with De Niro. And then De Niro, everybody knew that he was one of the main shooters. So he basically had got the mission initially. So while I'm talking to De Niro, I'm like, yo, bro, he's like, yo, me and him have a rapport. Like, I fucked him. Like, we not at war at this time. War's over. So, me and the nigga, West ends up coming through, the big homie West. And he gets in the middle. And he's like, yo, hollers at De Niro, hollers at the rest of the homies just around. And then he's like, yo, Chulo, come on, can you walk with me real quick? I'm like, yo, let's go, let's spin the yard. So we spin the yard. And that's when I talked to West. And I'm like, yo, listen. We good, I fuck with a lot of your home, I rock with y'all niggas, but that's my son. That's my bro, I fuck with him whole body. So, it gotta be something fair, it gotta be something real, it gotta be something even. Like, my nigga go gun to gun with anybody. Shoot the 5 with anybody. Get him in the bathroom. Whatever happens after that, happens after that. But if he win, lose, draw, that shit is a wrap, at least in here. You feel me? And that's what happened. West heard me out. We went back and forth a little bit. There's always politics involved in this jail shit, believe it or not, especially in gang culture in prison. And West was like, yo, listen, he understood where I was coming from. He knew how I gave it up. I knew where he's coming from, where he gave it up. I wasn't trying to start no war with the Bloods again. Like, I was just saying, like, that's my, I'm not, if anything happened to him and niggas jump, if there's more than one dude and anything happens to him, I'm getting involved. So, regardless of my affiliation, I ain't give a fuck. So, what happens is we come to that conclusion. All right, we're going to make some arrangements, not today. Tomorrow in the yard, boom, 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 whatever. It was the early morning wreck, too, I believe. Early morning, early afternoon wreck. One of the homies would be out here, and we take it from there. And that's what happened. The very next day, niggas armed up, or I'm skipping something. You see, I'm skipping something. Some niggas was thirsty and restless. And they tried to move on my son anyway and tried to cut him on the walkway. Facts. They tried to cut my son. They tried to cut Guilty. Somebody tried to shoot Guilty. Right? It wasn't De Niro. It was another homie. So one of these other homies, I told you, he was a plate, man. He was a big homie, and he was like, you get status, you get at my son. So niggas try to get at him. I wasn't around him. I was like programs in the house, whatever. He went to a call out meaning like an appointment, and they moved on him. In the walkway, they tried to get him, but they didn't get him. When he gets back to the house, he's lit. He's like, yo, these motherfuckers, boom, boom. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, I just finished talking. We just talked to these niggas. So this is what happens, right? So now, like, we arm him up. My son had a bone crusher. Guilty had the bone crusher. We end up shooting him to the yard, and Guilty wanted to shoot one of the blood niggas in the house because it was some blood niggas that was in the crib with us. And I'm like, nah, chill. Let this shit get to the yard. Because to be honest with you, them homies that was there was pups. Them niggas wasn't shooters. It was pups. I'm not saying it was pussy. They was just pups. Because you had a lot of young niggas in there, some medium. And not everybody's about that life, you feel me? But anyway, so I'm like, nah, chill. We're going to make it to the yard. We're going to go to the yard. We go to the yard. My son is lit. He mad as fuck. Because niggas already tried to cut this nigga. He's supposed to be going gun to gun. So now, the nigga that tried to shoot him, right, is the same nigga that they sending to go gun to gun with this nigga in the yard. We set everything up like, yo, boom, we're going to go in the bathroom, boom, boom, just y'all two. We're going to be out front. Whoever come out, period. You know, real talk. My son Guilty was like, he wasn't even with the talk. He's like, yo, listen, I'm going to be in the bathroom. Any one of y'all niggas want to meet me in the bathroom, I'm going to be in the bathroom. That's where I'm going to be at. And he went in, he like, yo, Chulo, just hold me down. I got this. That's my word. That's how my son talk. He said, nigga, any one of y'all. It was like 4 or 5 bloods right there, a couple of homies. It was already one. They already had somebody that was going in there with him. But he let his balls hang. Any one of y'all niggas, come in here, boom, boom, let's get it. Boom, boom, yo, Chulo, hold me down, I got this. Facts. My son went in the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, y'all heard him? It was good. Who going in there? Son come in. Son, the nigga supposed to go gun to gun with my son. Guilty. The other blood nigga, I forget his name, so I ain't gonna freestyle. He goes in the bathroom with him. Nigga, not even 10 seconds, 15 seconds went by. That nigga flew out, the blood nigga that went in there. He flew out the bathroom. All you heard was like, yo, that motherfucker got a sword. This nigga went in there with a razor. This nigga went in there with a, they strapped him up with a razor. I blame that on the homies. Like, that's where that razor tag shit is cute on the island. We ain't playing that game up top, man. If we talking gun to gun, it ain't razor to razor, my nigga. It's a knife to knife, bro. Try to take your life, fold you the fuck up, not just cut you. This nigga flew out the bathroom, bro. Like, yo, that nigga got a sword. I can't. He was scared to death. He was like, yo, I can't. Niggas, the homies is embarrassed. The homies that's out there, they're like, yo, homie, what the fuck is you talking about, homie? Get the fuck back in there. The nigga, my son Guilty, come right back to the bathroom, out to the door. He like, yo, what up, nigga? I'm here. Who next? Who want to come in here? Well, any one of y'all, I'm going to stay in here. Talking his shit. Went back in the bathroom. Facts.